And we are now live. Hello, 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 everybody. It is your girl, Laticia Nicole Beatty of Speak Life Enterprises. And tonight, I have an amazing conversation for you. I hope you have your tea, honey, because you know how we do. All right, get your tea in your hand. I'm going to give you some time because you know when we sip this tea, it's going to either be ouch or amen. For those that don't know me, my name is Laticia Nicole Beatty. I'm the CEO founder of Speak Life Enterprises, where we teach entrepreneurs and women and girls how to speak life into their atmosphere, which shall not return to them void. So tonight, as y'all coming on, I see you come on in the room. I see you come on in the room. Come on, because we are all in this together. And tonight, let me tell you, tonight, listen, it's gonna be tight, but it's right. I hope just get your ears ready. It's gonna be tight, but it's right because tonight we have Leonardo Williams, we have Marcus Robinson, and you guys, when I bring them up, I want you guys to be ready. I want you to get your pens. I want you to get your piece of paper. I want you to get your sons. Go ahead and bring your sons in the room. Go ahead and get your husband. Go ahead and get your uncle and your daddy and them, because we're speaking life into Black men. We're speaking life into Black men. And it's not going to come from a Laticia Nicole. It's going to come from what? Our men. Because I believe in doing things in decency and order. So I'm going to bring them up and they're going to tell you some things about themselves. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. You guys, you're just coming. Come on. I'm just so thankful for them being here. And I'm elated and I'm excited. But I want you to know that tonight, your opinion matters. You matter. If you're angry, it matters. If you're hurting, it matters. I just found out one of my high school classmates, he was a little older than me, committed suicide. Men are angry. Boys are angry. And they're not knowing how to express themselves. And I believe tonight, when they hear these two men, they're going to understand it's okay to feel the way you feel. But now they're going to have some strategies and some things that they can put in their life. And so the way they feeling, they can write it down or they can talk to somebody. So without further ado, because you guys know I can keep going, but I'm going to add Marcus Robinson and I'm going to add Leonardo Williams. You guys, welcome.
Thank you for being, and I guess inviting us.
You are welcome. So I'm gonna start with you, Marcus.
Okay.
Just tell me some things about you and tell the people, where you live, and don't tell them your address. Now you got these women on here.
I got you. Okay.
Women on here, honey. Don't you
all right. So I'm a native of Charlotte. Born and raised. I moved up to Durham. I'm a double Eagle, so I know it's probably some HBCU grads around here. Hopefully some, Eagle fans and grads out here. Moved to, like I said, Durham, Raleigh for school, stayed up there for a while, and I'm back in Charlotte at the moment. I am a therapist by trade. I hope to be a day trader, maybe in the next couple of years, but that's me. And I guess I don't know if we have a segment at the end to answer any questions, but that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. All right. So Leonardo.
Hey guys, it's a pleasure to be on here. It feels really good, first of all, to be online with my LB here. Thank you for the invite. And I'm a Durhamite as well. Been here since '99 when I came to college from Halifax County, country boy. I'm also a double Eagle, undergrad in music education, master's in educational leadership. And I own with my wife, who's also an Eagle, from NCCU. I own the nation's one and only authentic Zimbabwean restaurant. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own an educational policy consulting agency. And I'm doing a lot of work here locally in the Durham area. I just co-created the Durham Small Business Coalition, where we were able to lobby our local government to get about $3 million into the local economy. To try and save us small businesses here. And I'm currently working on a major project with M&F Bank that I'd love to talk about a little later if you'll allow me, which I think will play a part into the conversation tonight. But yeah, that's me right here in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to go to the comments because you guys have already sparked up some interest because all right now NCCU is on fire. Love it. Look, they say, oh, they tell me some, oh yeah, Eagle Pride in the house. Okay, so you got some fellow Eagles out there. Yes, I am around. It's all right, but I'm still your sister.
We family.
We still family, first family. It is well. But I'm glad to have you here. And he didn't already start drinking his tea, y'all. Well, I don't know if it was out your amen or he was just thirsty, but whatever it is, it is well. But you guys, I'm thankful to have you here. But I'm gonna dive right in because this segment is truly about being here all together and speaking life into our Black men. And so the first thing I'm going to ask both of you, and I can start whoever wants to start first. When I say the name George Floyd, what does that bring into your mind?
Lee, you want to take this one? You want me to take it? Take it.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So again, I'm gonna come like you said, like pure, simple. I look at George Floyd as a love man. That's why I think the community rallied around him. I guess for me personally, though, I get angry just hearing the word, like just kind of replaying. I probably wish I didn't see the video, but I did, of course. So I get angry, and I get angry like for a number of reasons. I think one is because I'm a Black male, of course. Secondly, because that brother who was attempting to turn his life around, if you do the research, he's out of here. And he had a family. He's loved, like I said, by the community. They done interviews with the people who employed him. They were crying like this brother was loved, and to see him just kind of just get out of here like that, it kind of pisses me off. But make sure I keep it PG. Allot me like 2 more curse words, and I'll be straight. But, I just get angry. But I also, and I'm also, again, man, you've taken me back a little bit, disappointed mainly in Black men for not, being able to kind of get to a space where we can shield us, our families, the ones we love from this type of abuse and trauma.
Absolutely. Yep. Go ahead.
So when I hear George Floyd, I think of power, and power because for some reason there's this common understanding of what is good in America. Like you're supposed to do right, live by the Bible. You can't commit a crime, you can't commit mistakes. You can't sell drugs, you can't. It's so many things you can't do as a Black man. And if you're doing any of those things that does not deem you, clean of sin, then therefore you're some criminal. And I think that's a view that people put on Black men. But the reason why I think it's, when I hear his name, I think of power is because once again, yes, another Black man has been killed, but once again, we see the power of a Black man. This Black man and the value of just this dude from the projects has changed the entire world. That's what's within us. And if we can stop being held down, if we can stop having a knee on our back by society or a knee on our neck by society, you'll get a chance to really see what type of human currency we are. And that's where it's like the young lady Candace Owens, she along with other people tried to bring up his record. But what I see and what I saw in George Floyd was, the impact of the Black man around this world. We have people in New Zealand, millions of people in Australia,
Absolutely.
Just on every continent saying Black Lives Matter, speaking this man's name. And he was just a dude from the projects, born in North Carolina, grew up in Texas. That's the power of a Black man. So I know there's a lot of tragedy around it, but there's a reason why society keeps us held down, and I think there's a lot of fear in that, But yeah, I just think I feel powerful when I say his name.
Well, you guys said 2 words, that keep ringing in my ear. It was power and it was anger.
Mhm.
Power and anger. And for the record, Marcus, and I'm about to let it know for the record, we're not talking about how this man lived. We're talking about how he died.
Mhm.
That's the problem. See, long as we have another day, we have a day to get it right.
Mhm.
Right? We have grace and we have mercy. But we're talking about how he died, that his grace and mercy was sniped from him.
Mhm.
Okay. So when I hear power and anger, I'm hearing we have the power to be angry and to make changes. Okay. So when I say that, Marcus, with the power and the being angry, can you tell me what kind of power you have right now with your angry, and what changes are you making now that
Yeah.
that made you angry?
Oh yeah. So I'm an avid believer. You kind of asked for, but I'm an avid believer on of defending us. So without saying too much, I'm hoping to own a gun store within the next maybe 3 to 4 years.
Be
So I'm
yourself. Be yourself. I'm concealed. It's all right. Go
all
ahead.
right,
Be
so I'm just
yourself.
gonna throw it out there. That's the game plan. I want to make sure that we get to a place where we are able to defend ourselves against any entity pushing against the black entity. All right, if we are one. Number two, right now I've started, although it's not like in the work, it's kind of like behind the scenes, but I'm hoping to reach more youth. I do so much free work already, but I'm starting like a line more cutting service to teach our young boys and some girls if they want to manage how to kind of do deal with business. Hey, this is yours. All right. If you want to save for another one, hire somebody. These are the things you do. Since I own my own practice, and also, and for a long time, I've been attempting to get Black people financially free, investing in the stock market. I've been teaching that for, I'll probably say at least 10 years, because I've been trading for a while. So, just teaching them, hey, you don't have to go out there and work hard. You can do it just like some others are doing it. They clicking and making a lifetime, where we out here breaking our backs to barely survive. So those are some of the things. And I mean, it's so many other things I'm not going to put out there. But the wheels been rolling and turning for a long time.
Oh, it sounds like you're empowering our men, our Black men and young men and old men. You sound like you're empowering our people,
Mhm.
and making a way where they can take care of themselves. They can be entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So I thank you for that,
Appreciate it.
Leonardo.
Could you phrase the question for me again?
How are you using your power?
Perfect. I think the main thing that I could describe it as is just being innovative right now. You know, so I was innovative with my wife to create this establishment that's a staple now in the community. So now that we've created this thing where people are watching and participating and engaging in, which is a restaurant, we are using our wealth, if you know, for lack of better terms, to feed about 420 elderly across the city weekly. We're feeding the pocket change economy, which are the homeless on the streets asking for a quarter here and there in the corner. We're doing those things, and I know that there are so many other people that care about that. So what we're doing is taking the lead on making, just showing it by example. And as a result of all of that, we ended up getting a huge following. So now that I have all these people watching, in my mind, I'm like, gotcha. Because now you're watching, I have your attention. Now
Right.
you can really learn about the work that I really want to do. So how I'm using my influence is, just the lobbying, bringing people together, getting, money into the local economy.
Mhm.
And I know that the American language, the first American language is money, then English.
Mhm.
A project that I'm working on, I said I wanted to talk about this a little later, and I think this is the most appropriate question. I haven't made this public, so this is exclusive breaking news. Not only am I running for city council here in Durham, but I'm creating what's called Ego Civic. Ego civic, economically growing our own to be civically engaged. I believe that the way that we change our positioning as the Black community in our community overall is to have a seat at the table when in regards to policy as well as economics. So Ego Civic is a training ground for young minority youth to be well equipped politically as well as their own establishment, creating that entrepreneurial spirit. And the way I'm doing this is I went to M&F Bank and I asked them, I said, look, it takes an hour to open an account with you, and that has to change. I can go to Bank of America and I open an account in 5 minutes. So what do we need to do to have M&F Bank, the nation's second oldest minority-owned bank, and North Carolina's only Black-owned bank? What do we need to do to make sure you can be right there with Wells Fargo and Bank of America and others? And so right now I'm working on a campaign that's going to open here locally in the Triangle about 40,000 bank accounts.
Awesome. Okay, can we just pause right there? Pause right there. Just stop. You guys, just hashtag 40,000 accounts. Just stop. Just stop. Because you're going to get in the end, you're going to be right here by yourself. So you're going to get all that time. Just stop. 40,000 accounts. This Black man is making a difference right here in Durham, North Carolina. Can everybody just pick up go ahead and look. He is making a difference right here in the community. Durham, North Carolina, I see you. They say, Leo, this is awesome. Tamicia said, exactly. Because, he don't know. He was saying so much. Yeah, hashtag 40K accounts. Like, hey, wait, take a breath. Can we just chill right here on 40K accounts for our people? This is amazing. This is awesome. They're saying this is awesome. You guys are doing some amazing things. And believe you me, you're going to have to get a chance to get everything out because you're going to be right here all by yourself in the end talking. But this is something that is amazing. So you guys, you see, they both are making a difference. But I wanted to get this question out. I wanted you to see this. Now I'm about to bring something up, and I'm gonna have it on the screen. I want you guys to know that sadly, the trend of fatal police shooting in the United States seems to only be increasing. Y'all understand that it's increasing, and I'm not talking about 2019. I'm talking about right here in 2020. With a total of 429 civilians that have been shot, 88 who were all Black. Okay. And that was as of June 4th. Now we know more have been shot since June 4th. Okay. Now there were 996 fatal police shootings. You guys, I want you to understand this. Ethically, they were all Black. Standing at 30 fatal shootings per million as a population of June 2020. And maybe I feel the way I feel because anytime that my children leave this home with their friends, I don't want to feel like my baby is going to get shot because he has braids and he likes to wear jogging pants. I don't believe a child should be killed because they got Skittles in their hand. Okay, or hoodie on. I want to talk to our parents and our children and our Black men when you can't even just jog down the street in the neighborhood or look through a house. How many times you didn't went in a house and looked and said, "Oh, they're doing a good job building this house." I want to talk about those things. I want to talk about those things because people have it on their mind. They're afraid to walk their dog. Have their son walk the dog down the street. Can we talk to that? Can we talk to them? Can we give them some pointers? Can we tell them, hey, I know it's kind of hard to say, it's going to be okay. We shall overcome. No, we need to hear something, Black men. Speak like to it. Marcus?
So, I guess that's a tough question. Only because it would be like easy for me to kind of say, hey, everything is going to work out in time. But that's the same language that's been, repetitive for generation after generation after generation after generation. I think how I think about things is totally different. I don't see it just getting better. Leo said power, and a second ago, power has to be taken away. I see certain changes happening, but I still don't know if it's kind of hitting the core of the value change that I think that's needed. I don't know if it's going to be all right, even after all the the paintings on the murals on the Charlotte, there's in DC. I don't see it happening. I think my approach is, let me put it this way: play the game. All right. So if you get pulled over by a cop as a black man, that's what I would be teaching my 2.5-year-old. Hey, don't try to get them on the front end, but we would get them on the back end. What does that look like? It might look like lawyer, get an attorney, trying to beat them, because on the front end you could lose your life. All right. So all I can say is, hey, whatever, give it up front, and which is totally against who I am as a person, because I'm built. I feel like I'm built a little different. You can hear what I said, what I'm trying to do in the 3 to 4 years. Until we can get to where we need to be, I don't know if we can play the game, on the front end at the moment. So we have to get them on the back end. So on anything, hey, be non-confrontational, live. All right, that's what I say. Hey, if they want it, give it to them, live, and let's try to get them on the back end. That's the only game until we build up enough reserve and have our own community, like real communities, and be financially free and have our own soldiers and all that other stuff. That's unfortunately that's the game we have to play at the moment. And I know initially I said I'm disappointed in black men, because these are the things. We all think about them, but it also requires sacrifice. We should have been had these systems in place, so we wouldn't have to be saying the same thing that my great grandfather has been saying. So yeah, I'm for me, that's the game. Well, and I call it a game because to them it may be, but that's the game right now. But I'm hoping in my lifetime, let me put it this way, my son won't have to tell his kids none of that.
You reminded me, and I'm gonna come down there to you, Leonardo, that in 1890, I think it was 1889, it was in Williamsburg, Wilmington, North Carolina, a massacre. And they don't even know how many black men that they killed. They say 60 to 300. They don't even know how many they killed, all because they were unionizing. They was making a stand. They was standing up for themselves. And they slaughtered them.
Indeed.
So when our children see us out there marching, and this generation is a little different because you got your protesters, you got your looters, you just have people out there for different reasons and to cause trouble. Okay. And so this is the reasoning why I want you guys to answer these questions, because like my black son, he just walked into the kitchen. They're listening. They're listening because I'm echoing all through this house. They can hear y'all all through this house. So they're listening. And even though the children or men are acting like they're not listening, they can see us, and they might not listen to what you say, but they seeing what you do.
This is true.
Right. So I'm going to go down there to Leonardo, and what do we say? What do we do? What are we supposed to do for our people that are hurting and our black boys that are angry, and they're ready to go out there and, defund the police?
Yeah. So because it is a life or death matter, you do have to play the game up front for now, but I'm so tired of the marches, and I'm almost tired of the protest as well. And I may be in the minority on this, but I think that, this is why I'm starting Ego Civic. I think that we have to hit them where it hurts. We have to just imagine if there were more black men writing the police training policies. Imagine if there were more Black people around the policymaking table. Imagine if there were, and here's a big one. Imagine if there were more Black people in rural North Carolina, because that's who really runs the state. It's the rural, simple way of life areas of North Carolina, not the metropolitan areas. We all bunched up, and because of the Electoral College, you can have 5 people and 5,000 people, and we get the same amount, the same vote. That doesn't make sense, but that's the reality, right? Yeah. So it's like we can yell, holler in the street all we want, but I think those days are gone. All we're doing is creating a news story for that day. I'm tired of a single day or 2 to 3 day news story. I want something long lasting. We're already 400 years behind. So it's time for us to start. We have to start rewriting things, but we also have to start writing things. We always focusing on Black history. Well, it's time to focus on Black future 101. It's time to start, right now, my wife worries when my son and I leave the house, and that's just a reality, and if my son was to get stopped by the police right now, or if I was to get stopped by the police, what he's going to see is he's going to see me being very respectful. He's going to see me having a conversation. What he probably won't see is me going out in the middle of the back roads in Alamance County right now at 12 o'clock at night. I wouldn't do that. But the reality is that's where we're living right now until we can change that. We are giving too much power and too much influence to people that are racist. We're giving too much power and recognition to bigots. They are the minority. And I'm sick and tired of putting my attention on those people. I want to start writing what society looks like from here forth.
Listen, you hit the nail on the head. And I said that right. Hallelujah. You hit the nail on the head. When you're begging for freedom, when you already are free. But I get it. I get what you're saying. I read on a quarter last week, it says, be free or die. Be free or die. Listen, I believe what you just said. It was so power packed that there are things that we can do as Black people that we can take back. We can take back our rights. I think that's what you were saying. And I'm gonna come back to you on that, because can you tell them what can they do? I mean, because it's easy as said, because you know. So tell them what can they do? If you can give us maybe two or 3 points.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 examples here. One politically and one economically. The first, politically. That's where laws are made, right?
Right.
If you really look at how the General Assembly worked, and we can ask any politician, like whoever has the most votes write the rules. So if we're playing a game of basketball, you literally have the ability and the power to take away one of the goals and say, well, we're only going to have a goal to shoot in. So you can't make any points. That's how crazy it is in that circus. So we have to put more people in the game so we can actually balance that out. All right. So that's one thing. We have to get in the position of making the laws. The second is economically. We have to really learn what our A game is. Now, it's like a lot of times we're fighting for Black-owned businesses to be involved. And there was a situation where South Point Mall, the Durham professional business chain, they fought like crazy to make sure that there were at least 30% Black-owned businesses were involved to help build that mall. For me, I think that was really good, especially during that time. But to me, that's C game. A game is making sure that not only Black contractors were a part of building that structure, but at least 30% of the actual vendors in the mall are Black owned as well. And there are a lot of wealthy people who got wealthy with a head start, but they want diversity. We can provide that diversity. So you know what? You want diversity? Put a Black-owned business in there, in that mall or in that building. So we have to learn how to bring our A game to the economic roundtable as well.
Great answer. I was one of those Black businesses in the mall, and they increased the rent. But anyway, Marcus.
We're gonna work on that capital.
So I truly believe that everybody has a place. Have a place. Let me put it that way. From those protesting So I'm not against it. I just don't really participate it from the looters. Believe it or not, that's who get the media, right? And then, the protests, everybody has a place. I believe in civic engagement. However, I guess I'm kind of starting more at the foundation, right? What happened in Wilmington was just that, right? Hey, they were running the city. It was blacks who were running that city, right? Coast, everybody was doing good. And what was happening is, let me just put it this way. This is what I truly believe. If you can't defend it, it's not yours, right? So for me, I think if you asked me two things that I think is necessary for black people to do across the board, I think you need to own a weapon. So get a life insurance policy. So there's two ways that our counterparts have come up in the game. Beyond just the 400 years, right? It's been equity. So, red line and red steering, all that good stuff with the houses. So equity in a home. Guess what? Now, I stayed in this home. I could sell this home. I got $200,000 from this home. That's one way. The second way is life insurance policies, right? So guess what? Hey, something happens to Marcus Robinson right now. My family's set, right? And I'm thinking that, if we catch up, let me put it this way, if people, first of all, I don't know if they want, when I say they, our counterparts or unlike-minded people want us to have, money, because then, money talks. We can do certain things with that. So I could probably talk about this forever, but just kind of going back, if it's two things that I think you need to go out and get or do, is go get your weapon. All right, so you can defend you and your family, especially as a black man. I feel like if you don't own a weapon, then you might need to come and see me on like a mental health tilt. Like I need to help you, right? Assist you with, turning on your brain. And like I said, get a large insurance policy. Because guess what? If something happens to Marcus Robinson and there's a $3 million payout, guess what I can do with the $3 million? First, my wife and my family, they'll be set for life. They're not struggling. It's not a lot of GoFundMe's. Secondly, they can use some of that fund just to go get some of the best lawyers, right? Hey, sue some. There's a trickle down effect. I always say, like, civic way is, I think that's later down the line. I think we have to, at least just right now, just be able to kind of come together and defend what's the little bit that we have without, feeling threatened and some other things. So again, I'm just going to reiterate it. Go get your weapon and also get you a life insurance policy. Hey, but I also want to say that everything is needed. There's no right answer. I think we need to start thinking about homeschooling. There's a whole laundry list of things that we need to do.
Oh my God, both of you have hit amazing points, which really, this is, y'all ready? Is everybody ready?
You're ready.
Okay. Because one thing that I know is whatever we don't own owns us.
That's true.
Whatever you don't own you. Mm-hmm. You say, go drink to that. Whatever you don't own you. So everything that both of you just spoke of, that's what came up in my spirit. Okay. And that means we need more land. That means we need more banks. That means we need more Black business working together. We need more communities. We need more strong families. We need all these things in place. But I guess so. My next question is, how do you get Black people to work together so we can have all these things and build together? Okay,
you want to tackle that one, Leo? Or
yeah, I'll give you an example. My friend Celeste Beatty, I think she still may be the only African-American woman-owned brewmaster in the United States with her own brewery. She works with, she's a sister, of course. She makes Harlem Brew in Sugar Hill. She works with Jamel Lynch, who owns the distributing company, Harlem Brew Distributing. And I carry their beer in my restaurant. And now, Rocky Mount is what we say back there, high cotton, which means the real estate is really cheap right now. We are all looking at working together to buy property downtown Rocky Mount to hopefully, revitalize the downtown area. So that's one example of how we can, work together to build wealth and build property, own more property, have a bigger stake. Now, you own most of downtown as a few Black folks owning most of downtown of any city. Who is the Chamber of Commerce going to come and talk to?
They come and see, yeah.
All right. Well, Marcus?
So I think I take more of a grassroots approach. So I think like safe spaces, kind of like this one. I think this is the beginning. Let me put it this way. So right now, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks ago, if we could get more celebrities, but I don't really look for celebrities to kind of bring us together, but they have the influence to do it, right? We could see it on what was like the club things on Instagram where, $700, $300,000. That could happen. But I'm not looking forward, although, that would be nice. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm looking at it from a grassroots space. So like safe spaces like this, I don't know how many people is watching this. All right. I done a group last week. It was just six of us. Right. But guess what? It can be added once we could take off our mask and just kind of relax. And guess what? Now we can kind of start organizing. All right. Because a lot of us, we have the same goals. We want a lot like the same things. Everybody, let me put it this way. We took on the ideals of our counterparts, and now we're very individualistic, right? So I have my own, it's me and mine, but I think spaces like this is the beginning. So, outside of the audience, if it were just us three, guess what we could start talking about? We could talk about business, right? Hey, all right, well, what you got going on? Well, I'll invest in it because, we also have money. We just don't, a lot of us don't have the information and the know-how. So guess what? All it takes is one of us, right? Hey, Leo, you got something started. How do you do that? Hey, Marcus, you said something about day trading. All right. Instead of, going to go pick up a book, you have, quicker access to, somebody who could teach you directly. So again, grassroots, safe spaces like this, I encourage everybody, including everyone in the audience, to start your own safe space, even if it's at your home. Hey, you can say anything, let your hair down, son, hey, put that down, right? Whatever. And just kind of say how you feel. And then believe it or not, more people is going to gravitate towards it. And then you can start organizing from that space.
I love these answers. I absolutely do. So I'm going to go over to, there's power in one. I love that. Safe space, right? Mm-hmm. Just one. They said when you was talking, he is speaking. He who owns the land wins the war. So you guys, we need our own land, right? This is not, oh yeah, when we were talking about singing the hymns and marching, they said that's not working anymore. Please shed some new light, bringing the people together. They want to know more. They want to know what to do. Now I will let you know, oh yeah, this is good right here. Collaboration in the Black community is needed. Real collaboration, right? Real collaboration. And it starts, like you say, right now, with hearing what we're all doing, get in where you fit in, ask questions, open your mouth, speak life, open your mouth, ask questions. We're going to hear more about the restaurant because you're going to get more supporters coming to your restaurants, maybe from around the world, just to come to your restaurant. Okay. You're going to get Marcus. I got an oldest child. I'm going to send to you. You're going to teach him about trading and marketing and all that stuff. We going to, right. So this is how it starts, everybody. This is why I'm doing this. I want you to see it starts with a conversation. And we just have to learn how to communicate effectively with one another and understand that everybody have different views. And if their views did not fit your views, it's okay. It's okay. We can all agree to disagree. Just this past week, myself and my husband, along with pastors and ministers and community leaders, we marched with the chief of police and who was it, baby? Look. Who else was it, baby? We marched with the chief of police, with the sheriff, with a bunch of community leaders, preachers. We stopped and prayed for the courthouse. We stopped and prayed at the jail. We stopped and prayed. I mean, together, together. And for me, you know, that was, even though I'm doing this, for me, that felt so good that we wasn't going against one another. That we wasn't saying that we saying that all life matters, but like, and it was white cops, black cops. We said everybody matter, but right now the black man, the black woman, life is at hand. And it was, I mean, it was blatant. It was wonderful to see the chief of police, which is a black woman, and the sheriff, which is a black man, standing together, bringing their community, their people together, along with the community leaders and clergy, to come together. Maybe some people say, well, what is that gonna do? It was a start. Everybody got their own opinion, but I felt like it was a start. So, John Hunter Guest agreed. He loved his community. Leonardo Williams, more than a genuine good brother. All right. So as we're coming down to the hour, and I'm gonna we're gonna go to the green room. Myself and Marcus and Leonardo. You know, we know you have some things on your heart, and then Marcus, you may have some things on your heart, and I want you to let them know how to find you and how to contact you and how to support your business. How to support your business, because this is what it's all about. Like you said, one voice, right? So here we go. Leonardo Williams.
All right. So yeah, I owned Zweli's Kitchen. We're the only Zimbabwean restaurant in the United States of America, right here in Durham, North Carolina. But we're more than just a restaurant. We are basically, you know, we are trying to be a staple of care, you know, a business taking care of our community and in the ways that we can, you know, but also as individuals, you know, we are making sure that, you know, we are, you know, taking care of those who, you know, support us and taking care of those, especially who look like us. You know, as I was stating earlier, you know, 40,000 accounts at M&F Bank. What that does is it basically gives the bank enough resources to provide more capital to folks that look like me, you know, business owners that look like me, you know, folks who need more personal loans. And that is how you build leverage. And so that's what we want to do. That's what it's all about. And I'm excited to be, you know, amongst the Durham community. I'm excited to, you know, learn from so many and also be able to teach so many. I just hope that, you know, we continue to, you know, get the blessings that we're getting so we can continue to bless others.
And how can they find you?
Awesome. Yeah. So LeonardoWilliams.com, LeonardoWilliams.com, and also our restaurant, Zweli's.com. I'm going to shift my shoulder here so you can see that. So we're on Instagram at Zweli's Kitchen. We're also on Facebook at Zweli's Kitchen. We're on Twitter at Zweli's Kitchen. And our website is Zweli's.com. That's the restaurant. You can hear all about what we're doing. And myself, personally, is LeonardoWilliams.com. And we're working on ZweliWilliams.com, Chef Zweli, but he's the founder on Instagram. That's Chef Zweli Williams, as well as YouTube, Chef Zweli Williams. And I just watch the work that we're doing. It's more than just food. It's more than just flavors. It's more than just a restaurant. It's a movement.
Absolutely. And you're doing an amazing job. I heard some great things about your restaurant. Man, my family are planning on coming. Your frat brother spoke very highly of Marvin Thomas.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Very highly of both of you. And so I'm just elated that then we say we're all family now. We're family
Well, literally, Marvin is actually my cousin. We found out while we were in college.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. But don't you go anywhere. We're gonna bring up Marcus Robinson because before we leave, we're gonna ask you for your last thought for the people that's listening. Hold on.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, Marcus Robinson.
All
You're
right. All right. Perfect. So I would tell you I guess the best way you can support Bridges, which is my therapy, my private practice, is basically to kind of be mentally healthy. I want to see all of you all to contacting me at my practice, because the ultimate goal for me is to work myself out of a job. So what does that look like? Hey, you come in with some complications in a couple sessions. Hey, I want you to be at a space where you are in a good position mentally. So the best way you can do that is making sure that you're talking to someone, you're getting some of the stuff off of you via talking to a spouse, a girlfriend, one of your homeboys, or just journaling. Some strategies to that is turning off the TV, turning it off. Don't watch the news. And actually, you can probably just Google. And exercising, that's another one. But you can Google coping strategies, and they won't have a coping with being Black on there, so don't look for that. But you could put and maybe coping with COVID, and you'll definitely see something. But you won't find coping with being Black in America, because it's just impossible. But those strategies from coping with COVID would work and help ease some of the mental stress that we all are feeling. If you do need, I guess, a little bit more support than that, you can contact me. I'm on Facebook, Marcus Robinson, but you can Google bridgestherapeutics.com. I wish I would have had a card or a little post or something behind me, but bridgestherapeutics.com. We're on Instagram. You can do the same thing at Facebook. Like I say, you can Google it, come up, pull up the private practice. And if you just can't remember that, if you can type in Marcus Robinson LPC, you'll be able to contact me. Go to my board, and then you'll be able to contact me from there. My information, pull it right on up on Google, on Yahoo, or any search engine. You muted.
I just be talking. Thank you.
I got you covered.
Well, I'm gonna put you in the green room for a second, but I want you to think of a thought that you would like to leave for all those that are watching and just gonna come back and watch. And I want to thank you, because this has been so amazing. You guys have shed some light, different aspects, right? And I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you being authentic, and I just appreciate you both being real. So thank you so much, Marcus. All right, you guys. Like we said, we got to pay some bills around here. I just want to thank those of you that have been giving and sponsoring. Yumika Jackson, thank you so much. You guys check her out. She's a native of Detroit, Michigan, just like myself, down here in Durham, North Carolina. She started her own tea company, you guys, and she also started her own, okay, you guys, don't squeamish. I'm gonna just say, but JJ Steen, okay? So you guys, Yumika Jackson, y'all should see them in the green room. They both like. So Yumika Jackson, I also want to give a huge shout out to Gillette Ham. Gillette Ham, she has her own business and a nonprofit organization, and I'm telling you guys, she is amazing. She's right here in Durham, North Carolina. And let me tell you something. When you shop with Gail, you get the cutest little jewelry. Tell her that Laticia Nicole sent you. And for those, like I said, we got to pay some bills, that would like to support myself. I'm an author. I am an author, and I have 5 books. I have I Am Beautiful. That's a beautiful little girl book that teaches little girls how to speak powerful words into their life. I also have Unsilenced, Faces of Domestic Violence. And we have Laticia Nicole Speak Life, Our Stories, His Glory, and Healing Toxic Habits. You can see those books on Amazon. They're on 3,000 spaces, but you can go to LaticiaNicoleBooks.com. LaticiaNicoleBooks.com. Those of you that know that I have a nonprofit organization where we feed thousands of families every year, Purpose Professionals Incorporated. It's a 501c3. And we've also adopted J.J. Henderson Towers here, right here in Durham, North Carolina, where we feed all 3,000 residents a year. So if you would help us with those initiatives, we will greatly appreciate it. But back to our show with these amazing men that are speaking life back into our Black men. So I'm going to bring them back now, and they're going to give us some lasting words. We'll start with Leonardo.
So again, I want to thank you, Laticia, for the opportunity to share the screen with you and Marcus tonight. Opportunities shine brightest in the midst of crisis. And I think that this is an opportunity for, while we're home and remaining safe, this is an opportunity to reflect on ourselves. It's an opportunity for us to really learn our history. And as you are learning your history and reflecting on yourself, I think it's the perfect opportunity to really prepare yourself for what's next. I know that I've said this before, and it did rub some people the wrong way, but if you come out of this pandemic the same as you went in, then there is a problem. I think this is an opportunity for you to make yourself better, because you have more time to self-reflect and you have more time to prepare and put a plan in place. So I hope that we can educate ourselves more. We can come up with a plan to make ourselves better. We can learn how to protect ourselves intellectually and get in the game politically and economically. Opportunities shine brightest in the midst of a crisis. We're in a crisis.
I love it. Thank you so much for that, Marcus.
All right, so I definitely don't have a quote, but I could tell you, I just know that I'll leave you with this, and everyone watching. We are the best of. We are the best. We are all we have, and we the best of who we are. All right. So all the during the slave passage, right? A lot of us didn't make it. All right. But if you're over here, you are the best of the best. So we can do this. It will take all of us to do it, but we can do it. It will take a little sacrifice, a little hard work, and we can do that. I could probably talk, right? It ain't no final thoughts. I'm going, right? But I got so much to say. I was going to say, I know speak life into Black men. Black men, I want you to stand up. I want you to be responsible, be accountable. And I guess one of the things I have to leave us with, although, I probably shouldn't say this, hey, look out for your sister, because we can't do it alone. And the best of us can't shine without them. All right. So that's my last word.
Well, y'all, thank you for looking out for your sister tonight. Okay. Thank you for looking out for your sister. I appreciate you both. And you guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Love with the love of the Lord and forgive like you want to be forgiven. God gave me that in 2013. And that was the first affirmation that I put into my Speak Life devotional, 100-day devotional. Love with the love of the Lord and forgive like you want to be forgiven. You guys can be angry, but sin not. Meaning that you can be angry. You can be angry, but don't go out there and get yourself killed because you're angry. Educate yourself. Fight with your faith. And faith, anybody know what faith is? Anybody? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the substance. Faith is that substance. And faith without works is dead. And just because you're mad, that don't mean go tear up something or hit somebody or hurt somebody. And then you end up dead. Then your child is without a father. Your mother is without a son. So you can be angry, but think, Black man, think Think son, think uncle, think dad, think black man. You are the back that these black women that we put our weight on, and we need you to survive. We need you to think. We need you to be smart. We need you to buy property. We need you to learn how to invest. We need you. We need you to teach our black boys how to live. We need you. So love with the love of the Lord and forgive like you want to be forgiven, but educate yourself. And don't fight with these, but fight with this. You guys, my name is Laticia Nicole, and I speak life so that we all may have life more abundantly. You guys be blessed. You guys stay right here. Thank you so much for listening. We love you.
Thank you.